The biggest fear is, as Black Americans are delineating, and America as a country is doing the same thing. They're coming after us. Donald Trump got elected. Immigrants are scared. So now Black Americans are doing their own thing. At the time, we're hoping that they would be standing up for us, being part of our coalition. But
Yeah, and that's the problem.
we don't know what to do now.
Yeah, because we told people, they kept telling us, well, you FBS don't work hard. You don't work. We came over with $2 and we were this, and y'all need to learn from us. It got real bad. And people got very arrogant, and even Jamaicans, they still do it. They still tell us, oh, don't come to Jamaica. Oh, don't do this. You are entitled. And y'all were telling us all of this stuff about how hard you worked and how lazy we were. And we said, okay, well, handle your business then. And now people don't like it.
And can I say something? Do you know, I think that's why a lot of immigrants are running for office. There's a lot of Somalis in Minnesota, the New York mayor, because I think they're scared now since that, the current political system in America, and maybe Black Americans are not as supportive anymore. So they feel like they have to fight for themselves. They have to have a presence, or else it's over for immigrants here.
Yeah, and that ain't working because they ain't getting elected. A lot of them are not getting elected like that. It's like Winsome Sears, like your boy out there in Minnesota, Fatah, whatever his name is. He got washed, so it ain't really working out like they wanted to work out. So, hey man, it's cats should have really checked themselves with the disrespect.
So how about we have a restart, man? Black Americans and Black immigrants, we forget everything in the past. We start a new contract. We put the disputes and all this stuff to the past and just have a fresh start. Respect each other, respect each other's cultures, work together where we can work together. Let's try to work on that. I'm ready for that.
Well, the thing is, man, it's going to have to start back in the homeland. It has to start there because a lot of people bring over the same tribalistic disposition that they had over there. They bring it over here and they look at us as just another tribal group. And that's not going to work. We've been upholding global Black unity, and we've been pretty much doing it by our damn selves. So it's time for these other groups to start standing on business over in the homeland, making sure some of that tribal nonsense has stopped. And then people can come to the table and say, hey, let's get down and, let's break bread.
When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! Stand up, fight back!
What we heard about, what the president says, the entire community has heard about it. They really feel real disgusting that he's dividing us by Somalis, Mexicans, Asians, Black, white, and that's not what America is about.
Where they are far from legal help, their families.
And I'm not scared, there's nothing to be scared of. There's a constitution in this country, and we have rights, and every single one of us has rights, and we're not scared. But we have some Somali communities that are very scared, that have been here, a couple of years.
Most of the people that we meet, especially African Americans, they don't even know their fathers. They don't even know their fathers. It was all of them, most of them were the product of one night stand. One night stand. They will tell you, I don't know my father. Well, who named you? Whose name are you carrying? Well, my mother chose his name for me. I don't know. Is that what we want for our ummah? No. كلهم أو معظمهم أبناء الزنا. أبناء الزنا. Why? Because man, he has to give up the seed. And because the marriage will limit them, they will go from one to another to a third.
Hi amazing people, hope you're doing fine. Welcome to this beautiful channel. Thank you so much for clicking to today's episode. If it's your first time coming across my videos, my name is Milka. So Donald Trump has pushed very hard towards deportation of the Somalis from the United States of America. He went to an extent of calling them garbage and saying that we cannot continue taking in more garbage into our country. He even called one of the leaders, Ilhan Omar, cabbage herself, which and now you find that these Somali people had turning towards the Black Americans, pleading for their help, pleading for Black unity, for togetherness towards this moment that they are undergoing a certain challenge, which sounds crazy because I don't know why you have to disrespect somebody and expect this person to show up for you when you are in a certain, or you're undergoing a certain struggle. One of the guys said that these people who we call Black Americans, they are a result of a one-night stand, and even they doesn't know their fathers. That's basically disrespecting somebody. You just addressing everybody in common, leading to disrespect. They came online denying the Black identity. They're saying that they're not Black. Some even went to an extent of saying that they are Arabs, they eat Arab foods, they speak Arab, and now Black Americans are furious at them. Since you say that you are Arab, call those Arabs to come and show up for you, to come and help you fight during this period of deportation, which is basically the right decision the Black Americans have done. I myself am not seeing any mistake there, because once you deny somebody not your brother or your sister, then it's cool. You can just show up. They can show up for you when you are in a certain struggle. So during even the voting or the election period, their leaders urged them to vote for this government. They urged them to vote for Donald Trump. And now they are coming here. After the government that they chose betrayed them, they are coming to plead for the Black Americans' help. For me, I find it crazy. Once you choose a certain direction, work it to the end. So this is what I'll be talking about in this episode. I've researched some clips in relation to this issue, but still you can tell me what you think in the comment section. But before I let you watch these clips that I have researched, it's a humble request. If it's your first time coming across my videos, you can consider supporting my channel by just subscribing. So let's watch the clips, then I'll come back with my commentary.
To President Trump and the base that is attacking our community, we understand that you are here to divide us, to create fear amongst us, and to selectively target the blackest, immigrant, and Muslim community in this great state. President Trump has had a history of targeting black people long before he ever ran for any office. And we know that the identity of who we are is part of the attack, and also as being Muslims and being immigrants. In fact, we know in our community we have some of the smallest number of undocumented Somali Americans. Majority of us are US citizens, even a majority of even that born in the United States. What we see today that's happening in Minneapolis is the authoritarian nature of this government and acting as a third world nation by targeting lawful US citizens. We should be shameful of that. This is a moment for all of us. And in this moment, we ask for everyone to show their humanity and to show love in the face of hate. And I know this moment will pass, but history will remind us of what we did in this moment.
Somali leaders endorsed Donald Trump during the election, and now he wants to deport them. So if you don't remember, during the election, Somali leaders in Minnesota did a press conference where they publicly endorsed Donald Trump. Now, fast forward to recently, Donald Trump is, doing his press conference on the news, and he's saying that he wants Somali people gone. He says that he does not like them. He says that, I guess, the areas that they live in are poverty-stricken, and, they're not good people, and that's why they don't even want to live in their own country. And he knows that it's not politically correct to say that, but he don't like them, and he wants them gone. There's a lot of immigrants that are learning the hard way that, your proximity to whiteness means nothing. There's a reason why a lot of black people don't care to be, in white spaces. They don't care to bootleg or none of that. There's a reason, because at the end of the day, whether you believe that you're black or not, I'm not black, I'm Somali, they don't care. So now these leaders have gotten on, national television, told their community to vote for this man, their community that probably trusts them, and that same man is talking down on them as people, talking down on their country, and wants them gone. To no surprise. And then you have Somalis now tweeting, that Black Americans think it's funny. They're not worried about, what's happening to Somalis when, this is just going to intensify racial profiling, and they're now going to be racially profiled. I'm so sorry. Somali people, yeah, some of y'all are beautiful, but there's no way in hell you're going to look at me and tell me that I look like I'm from Somali. You know that I don't look like, I look like an African American. I'm not getting racially profiled as somebody from Somali. I'm so sorry. They have very distinct features, and it does not align with what I look like. So no, I am not worried. And I feel bad for the ones who were not naive and not dumb, but this is something that you have to take up with your community, not mine.
I've been following the news, so nobody told me that Somalis in Minnesota, whatever, they're going through it because they're attempting to deport them. I think they voted for this man, right? Okay. It is a fuck around and find out season. Okay. Oh my God. First of all, they say they're not Africans. Oh, they are Arabs. Can you imagine a situation where the Arabs don't want you either? The whites don't want you. The Arabs don't want you. Why can't you all embrace your blackness and accept your fate and fight with us? But no, we're not black. We're not African. We're not Africans. White people don't want you. Arabs don't want you. Want yourself for the first time in your life. Choose yourself. That's a damn shame.
Tiny piece of the population, some of the most vulnerable people in our country. But Trump based his order on a report whose author has made it clear that his goal is to denaturalize and deport as many Somali Americans as possible. This is not about crime. It's not about safety. This is about purging people like me from this country. Minnesota has always been a welcoming place for people fleeing a home country that is blasted by war, poverty, and hunger. Europeans in the 19th and 20th century, Black Americans from the South, Hmong and Vietnamese, Liberians in East Africa.
Why did I see a tweet today talking about the fact that Trump is targeting Somali people in Minnesota is going to put Black Americans at risk? I don't think so. I think that Black Americans and Somali people don't look anything alike, first of all. Second of all, they don't even consider themselves black.
We are Somalis, not black. There, I said it.
Somalis are not black. Let me explain why. Looking at me right now, chat, am I black? I'm literally brown. I'm literally brown, bro. Think about it as well. Somalis are Arabs. We're in the Arab leagues. We speak the Arab language. We eat the Arab food. Bro, think about it like this, bro. If a whole community doesn't regard themselves as black, we can't be black, bro.
Somalis are not black. Now, before you disagree with me, I just want to say, listen, right? There's no such thing as the term black. The term black only came about in colonization. I don't have to accept that, Sahib. That's why the other day when I was in a place, someone said to me, "Are you black?" I said, "I'm not black, Sahib. I don't accept that term."
Somalis are not black. There's a difference between African and black.
You think that a person, any person, can't tell the difference between a Black American and a Somali person? I don't think so. I think that you can tell the difference between a Somali person and a Black American person. Like, I really do. And I'm just saying.
Hi, so I just really want to make this video from like a human space. This is something I've been really meaning to say, and I'm so glad that I can finally articulate it to you guys. So I'm Somali. I grew up in Minnetonka. I've been raised here my entire life. I am born here and I've lived here. I've studied here. I'm a pre-med. I do research, and that's usually the type of stuff I talk about on my page. But right now I feel like it's really important for me to say this. What I'm going to say is that I have been getting so many messages telling me to go back to your country, go back to your country. But the reality of the situation is the United States is the only country I've ever known my entire life. And the thing is, the great irony of it all is I'm not the ambassador of Somalia. I don't speak for Somali people. I'm not a spokesperson for this community. I'm just one young person trying to study, navigate life, and live like any other 20-something-year-old living here in this state. And so something that I feel like is going on is that there's a lot of immigrant people and first-gen, second-gen kids like me, with this weight on our shoulders, trying to explain everything going on in our communities, trying to defend our communities. But I'm really no different from any other 20-something-year-old trying to make it here in this state, in this country, in this world. And so I'm sharing this because I really feel like a lot of us are being treated this way and dealing with this quietly. But the reality is we aren't symbols, we aren't some type of ambassador, we are just human beings.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you have enjoyed the clips. You have gotten to hear some words that were said by the Somalis themselves before coming to realize that one day they might need the help of the black people. They might need their assistance during this deportation period. And for me, I think that I've come to realize that a lot of communities or a lot of people disrespect the black Americans, or they do not see their impact in the society until they face a backlash or until they face a challenge. Is the time that they want these black people to show up for them. For me, I think it's kind of crazy how people always will come always for you when they are undergoing a certain challenge, or they are going through a certain struggle. And another thing, the fact that you disrespect somebody and try to act like there is no day you'll ever require this person's help, it's insane. Because now the time that they need, I've seen a clip of them, somebody say that so the black Americans are just minding their own business like nothing is happened to them, after they have gone on social media, claim that they are not black, they are Arabs. Some say that they are Arabs, which is ironical, honestly. Now black Americans are furious and telling them, go to the Arabs to help you. I myself, I could say such a statement, because if you say you are not of my identity and try to own someone else's identity, and when you are going a certain challenge, you want the person you denied to come and show up for you like nothing ever happened. I guess this is a time that also black Americans are saying no to disrespect. They are saying no to you not acknowledging them, always looking for them when you need some help. I think people should always be accountable of their actions, should always watch their steps, what you're doing every day, if it's adding up not only for you but also for somebody else. Not always to make a decision that you think that will never affect you in future. At least try and consider the other person. Donald Trump is literally very furious by the Somalis. Yes, he has gone to an extent of referring them to as garbage, and also called one of their leader, Lan Homar, garbage herself, which sounded disrespectful. But a lot of people are pushing very hard these people to be removed from this country. Like everybody, I've never seen a statement that's or this among of the statements that Donald Trump has made, and a lot of people have literally supported it. People are really ready to let the Somalis go back to their country. So you can still tell me what you think in the comment section about all these issue of Somalis being deported and claiming for black people's help after they came online and said that they are not black. A lot of them were literally taking so serious. When even you refer them to as black, they get furious, they get angry. So that's how crazy this situation is. You can tell me what you think about this episode in the comment section. If it's your first time and you've watched this clip up to this point, it's a humble request. Kindly consider supporting my channel by just subscribing. So if you've liked the episode, you can also consider giving it a thumbs up. So that's all I have to say about this video. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. Let's meet on the next episode. Bye.